Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Portia Williams, you might have actually hired some real lawyers. Y'all, listen, Portia might have fired Olga. I assume that Tasha K's old lawyer was working on her case because Simon looked like he was putting a whooping on her in court. But it looks like Portia just played the dog mess out of Simon in court. Whoever her lawyer is did a great move. How is that? She completely humiliated him. She decided to use the one thing that is always Simon's downfall, his ego and that fake little world he likes to live in. Now, if you guys don't know, last time we saw Simon Gabadia, he was being an Instagram influencer, going to Dubai and letting us know that they have authentic Turkish food and authentic African food, and the food's delicious. He literally is out here lounging around looking like a hotel lounge lizard. Simon, where's your house? Where do you stay? This man that's worth so much. But I guess to him, the real flex is living in a hotel. I guess at least with a hotel, he has maid service. I don't know. But let's get into the Porsche mess because that's the real thing that's going on. Portia's lawyer has humiliated, I mean, humiliated Simon in court. How did they do that? By using Simon's own ego. If you guys don't know, okay, Portia literally said that Simon should 100%, and I mean 100%, pay her child support. I'm sorry, not child support, pay her spousal support. Because if you guys don't know, right, Portia said Simon's worth 300 million. So I don't know why he's tripping over this little bit of money, because Portia is asking for, I think, like she's asking for less than 1% of his total worth. Now, here's the thing. You know, and I know, and even Simon know, he ain't worth 300 million. And I'm sure NetJet, that is the private jet company that he scammed out of, basically taking free rides for over a year and a half, and he owes them $1 million. NetJet is sitting there be like, what you mean this fool's worth 300 million? Please direct us to the accounts so that we can get our money. Now, here's the thing. A couple Porsche fans jumped into my comments. This video is for you, boo. Talking about something. See, we told you he was worth money. Even Porsche, it's in court documents, so you know it's true. To which I say, you poor, unfortunate dum-dums. Porsche finally got a lawyer, and y'all think that Porsche actually planned this out. Let me tell you what actually happened. At least this is my theory. I could be dead wrong, but listen to my theory, okay? And then let me know what you think, okay? It's very, 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 very simple. See, Simon, to me, lives in a dream world. And I think first Simon said he was worth 400 million. Then Simon went back and said, no, it's only 40 million. Then they found out that 40 million estimate was on was about some oil deal that Simon had put together. But apparently what people are saying is when they went to do due diligence, for whatever reason, the deal fell apart. I don't know. Maybe it's leased trucks. Maybe it's leased space. I don't know. Right? The whole point of the matter is Simon, I believe himself, has admitted he's not worth 300 million. If Simon was worth 300 million, he wouldn't owe so many people money, especially not for the private jet. He would still be on it. Simon wished in his life, speak it into existence, he's worth 300 million. So why did Porsche put that in court papers? Because they're using Simon's own ego against him. Because here's the thing. The only way Portia's saying into the thing, that man's worth 300 million. This is what everybody wanted to believe, right? Okay. That's what he wanted everybody to believe, especially when he was with Fallon and making up those fake profiles saying he was worth 400 million, 500 million, whatever the case is. So how's Simon going to get out of that? Well, there's only two ways too. One, you stay quiet and let the courts think that you're worth 400 million. Or two, you open your mouth and you're like, that's a lie. I'm not worth 300 million. And then the court will say, prove it. And then you have to submit all your financials to prove how much money you have. Now, any normal person whose ego isn't very fragile would be like, I'm paying you that much. Here are tax returns saying I made $2.89 last year. And if Simon really wanted to prove he had money, to me, Submitting returns that show you don't have anything is the ultimate flex. Because at the end of the day, I broke. It's like when people call me broke. Yes, I am broke. Excuse me, sir. May I have another? I brokety broke. Can't afford to buy nothing. Because at the end of the day, my ego's not tied up to how much I may have. And at the end of the day, as opposed to paying somebody that was cheating on me the whole time, alimony, I would go and be like, I don't have any money. And I would put in my correct tax returns. But see, here's the thing. Simon's ego is so big. He's busy trying to be Big Willie style over in Dubai. He's busy trying to front. You saw him putting up AI ads. Like, it's actually sad. First of all, I get why Simon's being an influencer. My opinion in this is he really downgraded to an influencer. My opinion on why he is doing that is because you need an actual job to stay in Dubai. You just can't be. You need some type of employment if you are going to immigrate. But aside from that, right? And he looked like grandpa just discovered the internet because if you guys don't know, Simon is like just discovering that there is he's just discovering that you can use like an AI Abby to do your interviews, stuff we all knew 5 years ago. Again, this is the man that tried to scam everyone by putting up fake profiles on Instagram. I'm sorry, on the internet that he himself wrote and trying to act like he got written up and stuff. Anyway, so and it fooled Porsha. So I guess it got the money right, but it was just dumb to begin with. Okay. So anyway, Simon would have to go into court and say he's not really worth 300 million, which he don't want to admit that he's broke, right? Or don't got as much money as he thinks he is, right? Everybody's broke is different. And then the courts will make him submit documents with paperwork. See, the thing is, if he submits financials, we all know that Porsche plays dirty, and we can guarantee that his tax returns or whatever would probably leak. So now Porsche's lawyer has him in an interesting thing where what do? You have him caged, Cookie Monster caged. She's scared. What do? Do you actually say I'm not worth 300 million and blah, 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 blah? Or do you just go along with it and now you got to pay? Listen to this. In divorce documents, Portia and her attorneys claimed Simon had plenty of money to drag out the divorce. They said given Simon has a net worth of well over 300 million, Simon clearly has the resources to continue to unnecessarily expand the instant divorce action and is currently using these resources to propel intrusive and harassing discovery requests that clearly violate the intent and spirit of the parties' prenuptial agreement, as well as this court's amended domestic relations standing order. Porsche and Simon signed a prenup in November 2022. The agreement had a provision that said that the purpose of the deal was to avoid lengthy and expensive litigation. Porsche and her legal team claimed the prenup made it clear that demanding depositions or issuing subpoenas would violate the contract's intent. What's Simon going to do? Is he going to tell us how much he's really worth? Or is he going to continue this little charade? I will say that, yeah, Portia's lawyer's brain finally started working, right? And this ain't no shade to the lawyer because, like, you got to do what your client wants them to do. But at the end of the day, Portia, this hasn't been long and drawn out. You just sprung divorce on that man in, what is it, March or April? You just sprung divorce and you were asking for a significant amount of money. Asking for depositions and subpoenas is not dragging out the process. It's just not, especially when there's big money at play, especially when he's accusing you of committing fraud, especially when he's accusing you of drawing out assets. You cannot say that the purpose of the prenup was for someone to get steamrolled in court. So yeah, this is really cute what they did, but I'm pretty sure that the judge will be like, no. We'll accept that he's worth 300 million, but he's not dragging out this process. This is how long it takes because a lot of stuff is being accused. And Portia, you are the one that filed for divorce. However, if they let that $300 million lie stand there, then when they go to see at the end, okay, how much are we giving this woman? They're going to look at those $300 million assets and not what's in his what is it? Atlanta equity. I don't even know the banks, the police and fire union of ATL, not going to look at that same balance in his actual bank account with a bunch of missing zeros. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the contract, what you think in the comments. I'm telling you, again, Portia's smart to get that 300 million in, but to actually say that it's unnecessarily expanding the instant divorce action, that's not the way it works, Porsha. Just because he signed a piece of paper doesn't mean he doesn't have the right to contest it, saying you lied, tricked him, and had him enter into a false contract. But at the end of the day, I think this is why Porsha was so eager to leave Simon. She really thought it was going to be a cakewalk to the bank. Even the way her lawyer said, but he told me he wouldn't fight this and I can have whatever I wanted. To which I said, didn't you see the way that mess went down in Fallon? Porsha, get a clue. Anyway, y'all, just wanted to let y'all know that Portia's lawyer has literally humiliated Simon in court. And I'm interested to see if he lets that little lie stand. Knowing how fragile this man's ego is, I'm willing to bet he does. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.